Flames rose from the rails of a New York City area commuter train on Monday morning and smoke filled at least one car as passengers evacuated, according to authorities and video captured by a passenger. According to Associated Press, a roughly 30-second video posted to social media showed thick smoke on a Port Authority Trans-Hudson train car at the Newport station in Jersey City, New Jersey. People can be heard on the video saying, "Open the door," and "Easy, easy," as they eventually disembark. The video then shows bright orange flames rising nearly to the top of the train car from the rails. The fire started at 6:19 a.m. on an eastbound train, and passengers were evacuated to the platform, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which operates the train, said in a statement. 13 people were treated for smoke inhalation at the scene, 9 of whom were transported to the hospital for further evaluation, the Port Authority said. The incident is being investigated, it added. The PATH trains conduct an average of about 165,000 passenger trips daily across the Hudson River from northern New Jersey into Manhattan.
Easy, guys.
U.S. President Donald Trump said on Sunday that Special Envoy Steve Witkoff may travel to Russia on Wednesday or Thursday, the final days before his new deadline. He may be going, I think, next week, Wednesday or Thursday, may be going to Russia, he told reporters before boarding Air Force One at Pennsylvania. They would like to see him. They've asked that he meet. So we'll see what happens. According to Associated Press, Trump said Thursday that Witkoff is heading to Russia to push Moscow to agree to a ceasefire in its war with Ukraine and has threatened new economic sanctions if progress is not made. The continued attacks come after U.S. President Donald Trump last week gave Russian President Vladimir Putin a shorter deadline, August 8, for peace efforts to make progress. Trump has threatened to impose new economic sanctions on Russia if progress is not made, while expressing doubt about how effective they would be. You know, they're wily characters, and they're pretty good at avoiding sanctions, so we'll see what happens, Trump said Sunday evening of the Russians. Trump also commented on his decision to order the repositioning of 2 U.S. nuclear submarines, based on the highly provocative statements of the country's former president, Dmitry Medvedev, who has raised the prospect of war online. "I've already put out a statement and the answer is they are in the region, where they have to be," Trump said Sunday. Trump posted on his social media site that, based on the comments from Medvedev, he had ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that.
I've already put out a statement, and the answer is they are in the region, where they have to be.
Do you know what Steve Witkoff's message will be to the Russians? Is there anything they can do to avoid sanctions at this point?
Get a deal where people stop getting killed. They had a number that just came out that a tremendous number of Russian soldiers are being killed. And likewise, Ukraine, a lower number, but still thousands and thousands of people. And now we're adding towns where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war.
Mr. President, can you give us an update on Steve Witkoff in Russia, and what happens on Friday if the deadline comes and Russia has not agreed to a ceasefire?
Well, there'll be sanctions, but they seem to be pretty good at avoiding sanctions. You know, they're wily characters, and they're pretty good at avoiding sanctions. So we'll see what happens. But Steve is focused right now on the border in terms of, we're talking about with Gaza, getting people fed. And he may be going, I think next week, Wednesday or Thursday, may be going to Russia. They would like to see him. They've asked that he meet, so we'll see what happens.
Mr. President.
A Russian soldier has shared a graphic video from the front line, showing dead bodies of his fellow soldiers who have been killed in a Ukrainian attack. The soldier complained about Russia's war of invasion in Ukraine, saying that hundreds of soldiers are killed in Ukrainian drone attacks on a daily basis on the front line. Showing the dead bodies of Russian servicemen lying in the trench, the wounded soldier explains that Russia's gains in the war are made at a great cost. According to recent data from the US-based Institute for the Study of War, Kremlin has increased its gains in Ukraine in the fourth consecutive month, with Russian forces seizing nearly 5,900 square kilometers between August 2024 and July 2025.
Дроны просто ебут нас всех нахуй, понимаете, нет? Разъебут по полной нахуй, блядь, сотнями человек в день нахуй, блядь. А вы говорите нахуй, блядь. Россия, блядь, нахуй, блядь, крепкая армия, нахуй, блядь. Вот нахуй, блядь, смотрите, что все творится нахуй, блядь. Теперь нахуй, сука, ебаный рот, вот скажите нахуй. Нахуй, сука, вам нужна эта ебаная война, блядь, нахуй. Нахуй вам, блядь, какие-то, блядь. ДНР, ЛНР, блядь, пацаны, сука, гибнут, нахуй, блядь. Видите, нет, сука, что творится, нахуй. И как с этим жить, нахуй? А? Путин, нахуй, скажи мне теперь, блядь, нахуй. Кто, нахуй, их похоронит, нахуй, теперь, блядь? Кто их отсюда вытащит, блядь, а? Смотрите, нахуй, сука, блядь, пидорасы ебаные, блядь. Вот, нахуй, что творится, блядь. Видите, нет? Все нахуй, их больше нахуй нету, ебаный в рот, блядь, пидорасы, ебучие, блядь. Я не знаю, нахуй, как еще, блядь, сколько я пролежусь, сколько нахуй я еще выживу тут, блядь. Но я надеюсь, это видео, блядь, это мое видео, блядь, будет увидеть все как можно больше, нахуй. Я остался один, блядь, из всех пацанов, нахуй, с кем мы пришли, блядь. Держать укреп, нахуй. Мы его взяли, нахуй, но какой ценой, сука. Это повторяется, блядь, каждый день, блядь, одно и то же, блядь. И погибают, нахуй. И погибают сотнями, сука, молодых ребят, нахуй. На этом все.